Fox be on. CNN, mama picking out boxes for 'em. On that thing, got my own boxes on. On headphones to get my boxes on.
What up, man? We back at it again, man, with another video, man. Another daily jewel, man. As always, man, hope y'all staying safe. You know, getting to the bag, you know, staying inspired, staying on your purpose, the whole shit, right? So, you know, let's dive right into it, man. You know, so today, man, we gonna be talking about, you know, how to use money as a tool of leverage. You know what I'm saying? Money essentially is just a piece of paper that we give value to, and the more we give it value, the more, you know, it's gonna have value, right? And it's as simple as that. You know, we tend to think that money is like, you know, it's like the number one source of just, you know, universal currency, for lack of better words. You know what I'm saying? It's really not. And, you know, the way this shit looking in 2020 right now, they handing out money like it's nothing. So this shit just dropping, like, you know, the value of it is dropping. You know what I'm saying? From all these stimulus checks that went out was like 3 trillion some, and then they handing out this unemployment shit. Like, the value of the dollar is dropping, it's tanking. You know what I'm saying? And right now you got to be real cautious on how you use your bread and where you put it at, because like I just said, it's a tool of leverage, and the value of it is dropping. So if you have common sense, what does that tell you? That tell you that maybe I should start investing in something to where that the money that I have now saved up is going to be backed up by something, by the, you know, whenever this shit drop or whenever it finally tank. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could look at example for like gold. Gold go up and down. You know what I'm saying? And gold is scarce. You know what I'm saying? That's why gold will never be just in the same predicament that the US dollar could be in, because gold is scarce. You can't just go out there and print gold out. You got to go out there and find it, and, you know, it's backed by quantity and shit like that. You know, the US dollar, you know, you could go in there and print out, like I just said, $5 trillion and have the people thinking like, oh yeah, you know, this $100 bill is worth $100, but it's really not. You know what I'm saying? The difference is scarcity and abundance. If you don't understand it, I'm gonna break it down. Scarcity is like this. If you have aluminum foil and you ball it out, you know what I'm saying, you might shoot it in the trash, just like, you know, play around with it, shoot it in the trash, because it's abundant. You know what I'm saying? Aluminum foil is an abundance. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just gonna toss it in the trash like it's nothing. But if you have some gold or some silver, like, you ain't gonna, it could be broken chains and all that, necklaces and all that. You ain't gonna just toss that up and throw that shit in the trash. You gonna hold on to it, broken and all that. Why? Because it's scarce. You know what I'm saying? That's the difference between scarce and abundancy. So, you know, it's really, if you put that 2 and 2 together, that's really the same situation that gold in the US dollar is in. You know what I'm saying? The US dollar is abundant, the gold is scarce. You know what I'm saying? So that's why those two is leveraged out like that on that beam. So, you know, you need to know where to put your bread at in times like this, and understand that, you know, like I said, you know, the money that you make from your job is just a tool of leverage. You have to use it as a tool of leverage. Look at it like a tool of leverage. Don't look at it like something that, you know, don't excuse me, don't live and die by this dollar. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that. Don't live and die by the dollar, because, you know, crypto's starting to become more ubiquitous in certain areas and aspects. You know, cryptocurrency, if you're not familiar with that, like the Bitcoins and all that, Litecoins and, you know, all those type of altcoins, you know, it's starting to become more ubiquitous. You know what I'm saying? So I would advise you to, you know, jump on this train before it's too late. And the best example that I always use is what happened in 2010 when Bitcoin really blew up and that shit took off. I think it shot up to like 18 racks or something, 17 racks. And it was at like obviously 10 or something like that, or maybe lower than that, probably like 7 or something. But the shit took off, man. If you was invested early, then you in a decent chair. If you ain't, you know, you ain't fucking check your bread off. But, you know, I always bring it back to those times, man, and just reflect on like what could potentially happen if you get in early. You know what I'm saying? And for those new investors who really don't know too much about investing, period, stock and shit like that wise, the price of it right now, from last time I checked on Bitcoin, was like 9,000 and some change. I think like 9,700 if I'm not mistaken. Now, y'all out there might be like, man, I ain't got $9,000 to put in. You don't need $9,000. You know what I'm saying? 9,000 $9,000, however much, let's say the price is 9,000. If the price is 9,000 for one Bitcoin, that's how much you pay to have one Bitcoin. But it's really the same thing like stocks. With stocks, some stocks like Amazon, I think it's like, it went up, but last time I checked was a minute ago, it was like 4 something, 3 something, right? For one share at Amazon, just one share, you could buy $5. I think the minimum was like $5. You could buy $5 worth of Amazon share stock if you want to. Like, you just gonna be broken off a little portion of it, like a little crust of the pie. You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta buy the whole pie if you can't do it. You know what I'm saying? So don't look at the price and be like, man, you know, this shit, I don't got 9,000, so I can't invest. Don't think like that. Because even if you put in $5, and I don't know too much about stocks, but I know a little bit because I do invest. If you put in like $5 in that certain company, you know, they pay dividends, then you could receive some dividends too. So it's other ways that you can get paid. And I ain't gonna dive too deep in it because I'm not too knowledgeable in it, and I ain't gonna even lead y'all in the wrong direction. But you gotta learn how to leverage that tool that you got in your pocket that you get paid every week, every 2 weeks, that we call money. You gotta learn how to leverage that, because once that tank, what you gonna do? Like, just really think about it. Once it tank, like, what you really gonna do? What's your plan of action if the US dollar tank right now? A lot of us just gonna be like, shit, we're gonna have to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna start bartering shit again, like all type of shit, man. So, just always think ahead, man. That's my biggest thing, is think ahead. What could happen, and what if this happens, and what will I do if this happens? And how will I move if this happens? Just ask yourself those simple questions. It's all about staying proactive, that's all. Use your money as a tool of leverage. Those who want a full-time job and y'all like, I don't got no time for this, and that, to really get up out of my job, to do what I got to do on the side in my business, whatever the case is, to get up out of there. Again, money is a tool of leverage, right? So what you do is you work your job, and everything that you need, all your expenses for your business that you're trying to do full-time, but you're doing it on the side right now, you put bread in there every time you get paid. So let's say, you knock all your real life expenses out, everything that's necessity wise, you knock that out. Everything that needs to get put into the business and get funded and everything like that, you put that in the business. And you use your job and your money from your income from your job as a tool of leverage. That's what I mean. You know what I'm saying? And that way, you still funding your business. So don't think that, like, man, I'm working this job, I can't never leave. I have to quit my job, because I thought that multiple times and felt the weight of that. You know what I'm saying? And in a real way, multiple times. You know what I'm saying? Because ain't nobody told me, so I'm telling y'all. You know what I mean? So learn from my experiences, unless you want to learn the hard way, and I wouldn't recommend it, because it ain't lovely to see and be in, right? So, use your job as a tool of leverage. You know what I'm saying? Understand that, you can still work your job, and then you can also fund your business with that. But if you quit your job, you ain't got no income, so how you gonna really fund your business? You may think that, like, this how I was thinking, and this how some of y'all probably think. When you quit your job, that you got every 12, however many hours you was working in a day, 8, 10, 12, let's say you working 12 hours, right? You essentially get your 12 hours back. That's how I was thinking, like, man, I got my whole day back. I can do everything I got to do in my business for the whole day. When you get that 12 hours back, that's cool, right? But when it get time for you to, let's say, marketing, in my case, right? When it comes time for marketing, you ain't got really no bread to really put up, because, like, you living off of your savings. You see what I'm saying? So, like, if you think about it, yeah, you putting in 100x times hours, but at the same time, you really holding yourself back, because you can't even, like, fund your business. So what that causes is, like, delaying your plan of action, because you can't really take action when it's time, to pay for marketing, to keep that wheel continuously spinning, as opposed to, you know what I'm saying, shit like that. So then what that causes is you to have to go back to work. And then now you stop your business, because 9 times out of 10, you're going to have to play catch up. You might save up a couple $1,000s, then get back to it. And that's what I was doing. I kept repeating that cycle, thinking that, man, if I just put 100% energy and time into it, then it's going to prosper a little bit faster from me being at this job. And that's a good way of thinking, but it's not, because if you need income in this world. Like, unless you're just a teenager, you getting everything taken care of. But if you an adult and you out here on your own, you need money to sustain. That's common sense, right? So don't put yourself in no situation like that, to where you just assed out in the long run. Don't do that. But understand that you can leverage your job. And I'm gonna tell y'all one thing too. When you in your job, this is what I used to do, and if I ever do go back to a job, I'm gonna do the same thing. When I be in workplaces, work environments, I'm a student of the game. To sum it up, I'm a student of the game in all phases. You know what I'm saying? It could be from business to life experiences, getting game from. It don't matter from learning how to put a PS4 together. I'm a student of the game. Period. When I say the game of life, I want to learn everything. I want to know as much information as I could. So when I'm in these workplaces, you know, I tend to question everything. Like, I question shit that's not even in my department. I might question some shit about human resources, like, oh yeah, what I might go HR for something. You know, what y'all doing over there, and what y'all got going on, and how these systems working. Oh yeah, y'all use this program, I used to use that when I was little. I question everything. Because I want to know how this shit go. Because one day I might open up a whole warehouse, distribution center. I need to know how HR work from the inside. You know what I'm saying? Y'all whole shit should be, y'all mentality should be infiltrate, educate, and vacate. It's as simple as that. Infiltrate, educate, and vacate should be your whole mentality. You get in there, get the information, you know what I'm saying? You educate yourself, and then you get up out of there and put that shit to use in however which way you could. If you can't put it to use, then start building something on the side to the point to where you could. Or just keep infiltrating different departments. You know what I'm saying? That's what y'all need to be doing. Because it's like this. Like, you got to think, if you trying to run a business, you already work at a business. So whatever you trying to do, 9 times out of 10, there's something that you can learn from that job, from that environment, that you can implement into your own situation. I don't care if it's learning how to manage employees, learning how to keep track of that bread at the cash register, learning how to interact with customers, learning how to type stuff in the Excel spreadsheet, learning whatever the case is. Like, there's something that you can learn from being at that workplace, being at that environment. And while you spending your 8, 10, 12 hours there, make use of it in a proper way. Don't just think for the bag, because when you think for the bag, that tend to have you in a state of mind like, if anything go wrong, I'm gonna be mad, because I'm already mad I gotta be here because I gotta get paid to be here. You know what I'm saying? But if you there on some shit like your mind frame like this, you know what? I'm here because I'm getting paid and I'm learning as much as I could for free. I can ask any question. It's like going to college. You know what I'm saying? It's like going to college for free and you getting paid. That's how you gotta look at it. You know what I'm saying? Again, life is about perspective and how you perceive shit. You can look at things and perceive it to be negative, or you can look at things and perceive it to be positive. Whichever lens you choose to look at, that's the reality. That's the reality you're gonna create for yourself. You know what I'm saying? So look at work like a college. When you go there, man, I need to learn everything I could so I could bring it back home and implement this into my system. You may have like I said, for example, again, you may have HR running some shit, right? And then you may go in there and be like, you know, I'm having, on your side business, your mentality, man, I'm having trouble, you know, working some Excel spreadsheets or something like that. But you go in HR to, you know, fill out some paper, whatever the case is, and you see them doing something, you should ask them questions on how they got their system. What app is y'all using? And how do y'all do this? And how y'all move columns over? And how y'all do this? And how y'all ask all questions that you don't know and you need help with. That's how you leverage stuff. That's how you leverage your time and make money at the same time. Don't look at working at a job like a downfall, because it's not. Shit, if I really wanted to, I'm the type of dude, like, I'll have $1 million in my bank account and still be working and nobody would know. Why? Because at the end of the day, working a job is just a stream of income. It don't matter if you clean toilets, you work at McDonald's, or you work for President Trump. It don't matter what you do. If you got a gig, you got a stream of income, and that's all that's important, right? But, you know, to stay on topic, man, y'all got to learn how to, you know, we all need to learn how to leverage our time and our money. You know, working at a job ain't a bad thing. You know, when you get in there, like I said, excuse me, infiltrate, educate, and vacate. Get in there, get the information, and get up out of there. Simple as that. You know, ask any and all questions that you possibly could think of. That's gonna help you out. Learn the system. If you work at a dealership, that's a good thing, right? You get in there, you be like, man, I'm driving all these damn Benzes and shit. I ain't never gonna have. Nah, bro, don't think like that. Don't think like that, sis. You know what I'm saying? You up in there because you need to learn how all this shit works from when you get the car. You need to know how the heated seats and all that shit work. So when you get in there, I don't need help. Give me my keys. I'm out. Once you buy the car, that's how you carrying it. I don't need help. Give me the keys. I'm gone. Skirt. You pull right off. You need to learn how all this work. It's a lot of technology that come up in these cars, I mean. know? So yeah, you know, just always be cautious of the way you perceiving things, because nothing is bad in this world. We make it bad depending on how we looking at shit. Like, nothing ain't bad at all. I mean, it's evil in this world, don't get me wrong, but the way that we look at shit, it don't be bad 9 times out of 10. Because you can always flip the script and find good, and there's good in everything. Because essentially everything that you deal with is just a learning curve. Adversity is a learning curve. It's always a learning curve behind it. Life ain't throwing shit at you just to throw it at you. Like, man, I'm tired of this nigga today. I'm like, the fuck out of here and just throw some shit. Nah, man. It's a learning curve behind that. You gotta understand that. Be aware of that. So whatever adversity that come your way, it's not because, like I always say, life ain't biased. God don't hate you. Ain't none of that. It's a learning curve. Once you pass that level, you're gonna deal with some more shit. But once you pass that level, it's gonna build you up. You may get like 2-3 points depending on how strong that adversity was. You may get 2-3 points added to your character. Now you know you're a little bit mentally tougher and shit like that, mentally stronger, right? Next level come, you already know how to deal with it because you got a whole track record to look up to. You know what I'm saying? From whether the case is you was homeless or whatever hardcore shit that happened in your life, all that adversity is a learning curve to build you up to the next level, You know what I'm saying? So just understand that. But, you know, I'm about to get up out of here, man. So as always, you know, y'all stay safe, stay inspired, stay motivated, stay on your purpose. You know the whole shit, right? So as always, you know, I'm gonna tap in. That's love. Let's get it.
See, y'all think it's a game till Fox be on. CNN, mama picking out boxes for 'em. On that thing, got my own boxes on. On headphones to get my bopping on.